Hi, everybody. Mrs. Mozingo here. And I just wanted to give a quick little update about our upcoming guest artist, Sprayfinger, AKA Peyton Scott Russell. So he's going to be with us the week of May 21st through the 24th, 28th, 29th. He will be embedded in my classes and also with Mr. Carlson. So we're going to be all together during the kids' specific art time. So here's what Sprayfinger looks like. He's done work all over the Twin Cities, over 30 years of experience teaching. And he's known as an aerosol artist, right? Also does graffiti art in proposed locations. And so I wanted to have you know a little bit about him prior to him arriving at Minnewaska. So we have a few proposed locations for our collaborative murals. There are going to be 3 large murals in the front hallway. So we're going to retire the one that's in the front hallway, put it in a different spot. And then there are going to be a few additional smaller murals throughout the school. And what will unify them is the color inspiration. Now we've got some of the jewel tones right here. The hot pink is a nod to our wonderful leader, Mrs. Andrus, and her journey in this last year. Now, these are some of the tissue papers, like a sample of some of the colors that we're going to be using. Now, we're going to be working on something a little bit different than we haven't used before. It's called Polytab, which is a mural cloth, and it's been cut into, thanks to my parent volunteers, shout out, um, into like roughly 6 by 6 squares for each student. So we've got about 920, 930 students. I teach about 850 of them. Mr. Carlson teaches the other students. So each student will get a small piece of that Polytab, 6 by 6. And we're going to start to learn the basics of composition, how different colors work together, color contrast, color theory. And again, students are going to start to cut out some of these shapes with tissue paper. We're going to start to organize them. We'll do some planning prior. Sprayfinger is going to be with us in class. So we'll also be able to give feedback. So these are just a few process images that I wanted to show you. But ultimately, we're also going to be using some acrylics with those. I happen to have a Posca marker here, paint pen, which are amazing. Shout out if you don't have these. Your kids would probably love them. But we're going to go ahead and use some acrylics. And then we're going to start to Mod Podge over the top. Now you see how the color has changed. So I'm thinking that we're going to use a little bit more acrylic in some of these to overlap. Now, ultimately the goal is that each student's piece will be put together, tiled together to create a unified color background. After that's done, then we'll start to create portrait stencils of people that represent us well. So students have started to give input on people within our school community, within the world, historical figures that represent us well. And so those will be unveiled. And then adults within the art department are going to be spray painting those portraits on top of what the students have done in the background. So ultimately, these are, I would consider these legacy pieces, a collaborative mural. They'll be throughout the school, they'll be unified by color, and ultimately serve as an inspiration to our entire school community. So, if you're interested, there's a Minnesota original video. He's got a very rich website and rich history, so you're welcome to check him out online. And I want to give a special shout out to the PTO for generously sponsoring his visit this year. So, thanks so much. Reach out with any questions or concerns, and looking forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye bye.